I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video. This is the free Kante. Everybody click off now. We knew this already. Boring. Well, there's not an awful lot more to do on FIFA until they drop Team of the Season. Tomorrow will be the start of my FIFA 17 grind revival. I'm going to go as ham as I can with reviews. So look out for that. You might be a little bit annoyed by the sheer number of videos that I start posting from Saturday onwards. But for today, we can take a look at what's available in the game. This is available through grinding. Maybe you've done the majority of it and you were, I don't know, 2 or 3 games away and decided, oh, can't be bothered, what's the point? Well, this could sway you because I'm about to tell you that this guy is pretty damn good. He's not the best CDM I've ever used, but definitely worthy of that title a free Kante, because he is very Kante-esque. Now, I do have an artist chem style on him. Reason for that, and not the powerhouse, is because I was mainly using him as a central midfield player in a 4-1-2-2 and sometimes in a 4-2-3-1. As I've heard, that's a little bit overpowered. I'm not quite seeing it myself, but let me know whether you see that in the comments and whether you've used it. But I do like this card, considering the fact that you don't have to spend any actual coins on it, and if you're willing to sit there and grind out the games to get him, I'd imagine you've done, I mean, if you've actively gone after the 86, then you've probably done that by now, meaning that you've probably completed a couple of the segments for 88, or at least a couple of the, like, one game here or there. So, you know, if you've done the 86, you don't have an awful lot to do for the 88. It's not that difficult to achieve it. The only thing, of course, is if you are waiting for Team of the Season and you're ready for that grind for the players and Weekend League and such, then you may not be that bothered by it, and that's fair enough. But if you do have a Bundesliga team that is desperately crying out for a Kante-style CDM, then Verstraete could be that guy. Now, is it Verstraete? Is it Verstraete? I'm not, I don't know. I did Google it. Verstraete is what I'm going to call him. If I got it wrong, I apologise. Feel free to correct me in the comments. Now, with that being said, the artist chem style gives him a nice boost of dribbling, gives him a nice boost of passing as well. The vision in particular, I thought was quite nice. The artist takes him up to a 91 rated CM. If you give him a powerhouse and you play him CDM, you've got a 94 rated CDM. That, in my opinion, is a fantastic rating for a CDM in and around this time of the game. I know it's 88 with a chem style, or 94 with a chem style, sorry, but it doesn't take away from the fact that if you believe chem styles work, which I would imagine the majority of us do, because I very rarely, if ever, come up against a team that isn't using chem styles. If you believe in them, then you believe you're going to have a 94 rated CDM. So go with that if you want. Like I said, I played him as a CM, so I felt like boosting the dribbling and the ball control was a little bit more beneficial. There are definitely some negatives to speak of here. I mean, the obvious ones are the weak foot, only 3-star. I mean, he's 3-star, 3-star. So using him as a CDM, you don't really notice it too much. But using him as a CM, you'll be, yeah, I wouldn't say annoyed, but you'll be like, well, kind of wish he had a 4-star weak foot here. As you can see, I do have Roy Keane in there. He was being used as the CDM. I didn't really feel the need to use Verstraete as the CDM and then use Keane as a CM. It just didn't make any sense. Verstraete just sort of fit that CM role a little bit better. It's not like the perfect player in the sense that, you know, every time he makes a pass, it's going to go to the intended target. Like there, it was just cut out by your opponent, but he can get back on it and he's quick enough to be able to pounce on the loose ball or a heavy touch or something, and then he, as you can see him there, he was arriving at the top of the picture, or the middle of the picture, sorry, the top of the box. I wasn't going to play it back to him because he's got like 61 finishing, but he does like to get forward. That, I mean, that can be a negative, it can be a positive. It's one of two ways, really. Basically, if you're the kind of guy to leave instructions off your central midfield players, which I am, you'll notice that he likes to wander forward. And that can be problematic, especially as his finishing's not very good. there are the rare occasions like that where he will be able to beat the goalkeeper. Now, on that occasion, I firmly believe it was a combination of near post being a little bit overpowered and the fact that he has 95 shot power. So long as you can hit the target, you will cause problems for the goalkeeper regardless of who they are. Now, that's not to say that his finishing therefore is very good, because it just isn't. However, you can cause problems if you can hit the target, because that shot power, and not just Verstraete, but in general, players with higher shot power, in my opinion, have better success rates of scoring goals because of the way that this game seems to work. Now, let's talk about the negatives for a little bit, because to be fair, there aren't that many negatives. Obviously, the first one is the grind for the play. I mean, that's the obvious one. It's not just a case of, if you haven't started it anyway, it's not just a case of let's pop out and get this done in an hour. It's going to take you a long time if you haven't even done the 86 yet, which is a bit of a pain in the backside, because it's a card that not everyone needs to experience, but it is a card that can go into your starting 11 team for your main rival side or even your main Bundesliga team if you don't have a better icon or you don't have one of the higher rated. I mean, I'm trying to think of a better CDM from the Bundesliga, actually. Like, if you've got a full Bundesliga team, like many of you might be running, I don't know, like a Futmas Axel Witsel or something, but I can't really, or maybe Delaney? Delaney's not a bad shout, actually. The headliner Delaney, he's a good card, but I can't really think of many good, like, better CDMs from the Bundesliga that would trump Verstraete, to be fair. I think this guy could be the best one. There's probably one that I'm not thinking of and I'm being stupid, but off the top of my head, can't really think of anyone better than him if you are using a strict Bundesliga team with no icons, or maybe you don't have a CDM icon or anything like that. But yeah, I think very capable. So that's been the first negative, the fact it's just going to take you ages to unlock him. The other negatives, weak foot, a little bit irritating. We've already mentioned that. Of course, if you do use him as a CM, then his finishing isn't great. And I suppose not the biggest one, but the only one we haven't mentioned so far, strength. And it's a combination of lean body type, height, and strength. Now, Kante, I'm not quite sure of his. I'm actually going to go have a look while we look through the review screen here, but I'm not sure what Kante's body type is, thinking about it. I mean, is it? I think it's just average. I don't think it's a lean body type. He's very short, of course. Short and lean. Oh, well, there we are then. Completely wrong. He's 5'6", Kante, with 73 strength. And I would probably say that Kante's strength is, I wouldn't say one of his weaknesses, but it's not ideal. Incidentally, if you put an artist Chemstyle on Kante, you get a 90 rated CDM. And if you put a powerhouse on him, you get a 93 rated CDM. Whereas with Verstraete, you get a 91 rated CM or a 94 rated CDM. So on paper, and I strictly mean paper, Verstraete is a better CDM and a better player than Kante. Now, I love Kante. He's my favourite player in the game. So that is a bold statement, and I don't think he is better than Kante. But still, the strength is something I'd like to improve upon. And of course, the links. Nation links not ideal in this league. I mean, you can link him to Axel Witsel if you really want to. There are a couple of other decent Belgians knocking about the place as well, of course. And you do get Bundesliga links in general, but not easy to get strong links if you want to try and venture out of the Bundesliga without using the likes of Hazard or Kevin De Bruyne or something of that nature, maybe one of the informed 9 Golands. Still, though, all round, very, very good player. Definitely meta, which is not something you often say about a CDM. I wouldn't class Kante as meta, so there's that. He's got pace, he's got decent short passing, in fact, very good short passing, in fact. Shot power's exceptional, and his interceptions, just defensive capabilities all round, really, are very, very good. I do like him. Honestly, I think if he had a 4-star weak foot, we'd probably be talking about one of my main CDMs. And of course, with a little added strength and the fact that I can't fit him into the team, those three combined are the reason that I don't use this guy. But I do think he's a very good player. Lean body type helps him, doesn't help the strength, but you can boost that with a Chemstyle if you wish. And of course, if you do use him as a CDM, you've got a very, very good player here. He's not as good as a CM, and that's not where I went wrong, but that's just my observation. I just didn't want to play Roy Keane as a CM because I can't stand him there. But if you have unlocked him, let me know what you think of Verstraete in the comments section down below. Has this swayed you to go and unlock him if you haven't done already? Let me know that as well. If you have enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, Goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.